Hey everybody, we are live. We're live in front of my store. Is anybody?
Hi.
Oh wow, there's like 10 people already. Okay, so my sister is here with me. We went live earlier this morning and I just kind of wanted to walk you through, where's the camera? I never know where to look. Okay, right here. I wanted to walk you through like what it's like to have a retail store and answer any of your questions about retail. Hey Laura. Hey Maggie, Danielle. So Danielle, you're gonna read questions, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get
New
on.
Mexico. Turn that down.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Okay, there
So
we go.
I'm going to turn the camera around. You get to meet my team, and we'll just kind of show you the displays. And then once I'm done giving you the tour, we'll go sit down and answer questions. And we'll try and answer some questions along the way. So let me flip the camera.
Around. Yep.
Okay. We're located in what's called the Cedros Design District. And we're very lucky because it's not in a mall, so it's all independently owned shops. And there's all kinds of interesting shops here. We're in Solana Beach, California, which is northern part of San Diego. This is the little arbor that we have out in front of the store. And I go by, my main thing that I keep in mind is that when you're in the retail business, or even if you have a booth in a craft show or a booth in an antique mall, everything you do is an experience. So you're not just selling your handmade goods or your products. There's my sister. You're giving your customer an experience, right? So that's how you compete. There's a truck going by. For example, I was in Michael's yesterday, and like the sheer amount of product that Michael's has, especially this time during the holidays, there's no way that the small business person can compete with that. Yay, I made it. I had to drive
a few minutes early.
Yeah, we're a few minutes early. We're gonna go for at least 40 minutes. So I try and put myself in the shoes of the customer from the minute they get out of their car until the minute they walk out. So I always keep that experience in mind. And if you think of your favorite places to shop, most likely they're giving you a really good experience. So like for me, that's Anthropologie, that's the Sundance store. That is a store here in town called Pigment. And Starbucks is another place I go to regularly. Starbucks doesn't necessarily have the best coffee, but I know their experience is consistent. And so when I'm in a jam, I know what I'm gonna get at Starbucks. So customer service and consistency is really important. But we try and make it special from the minute you walk up to our store. So we have our sign there, DIY headquarters. Melissa painted the windows. This is a very cool dresser that Stephanie just did with the molds. She has it on her page. If you're not following her, it's Valiant Heart Vintage. Here's a piece that we did with the transfers. Stephanie just finished this blended dresser with hand-painted flowers. And then we did this on a live a while back with the rulers on top, the little secretary desk. Here are our windows, our historic plaque. This used to be the caretaker's house for Union Oil in 1923. Cute little ottoman that we repurposed from one of our flea market Fridays. And I think you might recognize this from one of our lives. This is with the IOD stamp. What are the questions, Danielle? What?
Your packages.
Oh, yeah. So this is another way to bring an experience to people. We just did all of these packages, and this is an upcoming edited video. Isn't the blended dresser cool, Cobweb Afternoon? I love it too. So next Wednesday, we're posting the video on how to create your own gift wrap. But not only that, we are inviting our customers on November 30th to come into the store. We will have a gift wrap bar. So if you're anywhere near here, you can bring one of your gifts, just bring it in a box, and we will have Jamie Ray stencils. We'll have all the IOD stamps out. This one was done with the grain sack stencil. This one was done with the knobs, and that's the crock. And then there's like a freehand one that Melissa did. And we'll have all the little picks and everything, so you can wrap one gift, no charge. You don't have to purchase anything. And then anything else you purchase that day, you can also wrap that for free. So we'll have all the paper and all the goods. If you have boxes, bring them. Those are the only things we're not sure we'll have enough of. So just bring a box and bring something to wrap. And we'll have a hot cocoa bar. So that's a way to bring that experience. If you can get your customers involved, we're always trying to find ways to do that. This is the front porch, and this area used to be the yard. This was a house at one time, so this was the yard, and we have all kinds of garden things. This is our paint bar, where when we have events, people can try the paint. This is Melissa and Stephanie's barn, and everything over here is made by them. So really fun stuff. Lots of hand-painted signs and furniture. They painted the floor to look like bricks. I think they free-handed that. And this is a cabinet that Melissa did with the angel wings on it. People like to take photos in front of that. Stephanie's chair. A little faux fireplace, and Melissa did this chair recently. So all kinds of fun. I know, I love the angel wings cabinet too. There's a pig that Melissa did. Those are popular. She's sold a few of those already. There's a joy sign.
Did you know your lights were on?
Yeah, they're on every day.
Oh.
I love the painter's paper for sewing. The royal thing on the ladder, what is it? It's red. I don't know what you're talking about. On a ladder? Do we have a royal thing on a ladder? Oh, that. That is an old like grain sack or beans. They're old burlap sacks. So let me see what the tag says. It's a coffee ground sack. It's $10. Isn't that cool? That would be great for like a seat cover. And then here's another one. $10. Yeah, they are awesome.
Where do you get your fonts?
Fonts. Where do we get our fonts?
Sherry Karanos is for the wrapping. Oh no, yeah. Wait, so for the wrapping paper, where do you get your fonts?
We use stamps. So we use the IOD stamps, Sherry. I'll show you once we get inside. We sell a lot of outdoor plants and pots, and people can plant with succulents or our house plants right at our plant bar. We have colored mosses that you can have all kinds of fun little pots and things, and you can put together a little plant right on the spot. Back here, I love display, so I'm always trying to find unique ways to display things. There's some more pots, mosses, our succulents. Looks like we've sold a lot. We need to get some more. And then we have our bar over there where you can actually put together you can pick a container and some plants and put those together. There's my sister. So we're going inside now. Yeah, the cradle is really cute. So now we're going up the stairs inside. We're open right now, so you'll see some customers too. This is, as you enter, we try and use a lot of the products that we sell. So this is our front door with the IOD transfer. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy, but that is a transfer that we put on our front door. Isn't that gorgeous? And this little pumpkin sign is something that Melissa cuts out and makes, and we offer that as a workshop. So we have a bunch of unpainted pumpkins and people can create those. Here's old fencewood signage. Now we're inside. I guess my store is like I picture like a boho farmhouse look. So I love the colorful things. So we have these bags from Peru and Mexican blankets, and we also carry faux succulents and lots of fun jewelry. Over here are our fun t-shirts.
Which transfer are the giant sunflowers from? Rosalinda.
I'll take you back to the transfer room and we'll figure it out together, Rosalinda, because I don't remember. There's all of our candles. And here is Melissa and Stephanie behind the counter. What's up, girls?
Hey.
What are you working on?
Shipping, getting packages.
What?
We're taking a cruise. We're getting packages stuff. Yes. So here we go.
What are you shipping?
Alyssa, Nari, your package will be on its way today.
Is that a workbook?
It is.
Okay, so if you,
Workbook and an IOD mold. We're on fire here.
so we have a question. She says she's purchased online for paint supplies, but can they purchase things online from the shop as well? Melissa, I'll just leave that question.
They can purchase online things like our paint. And now our IOD products you can. Oh, paintbrushes as well.
Yeah.
But I believe that's about it for now.
Yeah, we're building up to it because we're new at shipping and we don't want to get flooded with orders and not be able to fill the orders in a timely manner. So after we,
But Cedros
Yeah.
is amazing, so I suggest they all come in.
yeah, and we want you to come into the store. But at some point, it would be fun to sell the individual things. Like someone was asking about your coffee sack out there, the royal one.
Right.
Like it would be fun to, maybe they could just call in. You could call the store, which is, what's the number here? 858-222-2989. You could call the store, and if we have something that you see, we could try and ship it. It would depend on how many people call us, because we're a small business and customer service is most important, so we don't want to take on more than we can actually do.
Right.
There's Julie.
Hi,
Hey, Julie.
is this the member thing?
Yes.
Norma member too,
I'm
right?
watching it. Now I'm on it.
Lowe's Home Depot type, please. I don't know what that means. So you're shipping workbooks? And what else?
Yes, but they can also contact us on the DIY Varsity team at gmail.com. And that would be an email that Stephanie and I get here at the store if they're interested in purchasing something online. Because
DIY,
we don't have the phone number to give you right now.
DIYvarsityteam.com?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll write that down.
At
Hey,
gmail.com.
This isn't plugged into the microphone. Can you guys hear okay? Danielle?
Oh, well, we can try plugging it in.
Well, no, I don't want to mess with it now. Okay. So we have a lot of fun t-shirts that are really good sellers. Here's an example of one. Nacho Average Senorita. Hey, Mary. So this is kind of our general gift room. We have all of our Christmas displays up. This is our mermaid tree. So we have all kinds of fun seashell-inspired ornaments. Yes, you can hear. Good. Oh, somebody just entered the email. We also have kits, so you can we have a little kit that everything's included to make your own beach ball ornament. We're working on some mermaid kits. We have these cute mermaid ornaments and seashell ornaments and these cool beads that look like under the sea that you can drape on your tree. We have these cool little tiny trees made out of starfish and this awesome driftwood ship. So that is kind of our mermaid section. We also have journals and coasters and little notes and bags and signs. And this is use the IOD mermaid mold on Christmas balls. Came out beautiful. Oh, I bet that was awesome. I want to try that.
Yep.
Did you have to use a really big ornament to get the mermaid to fit on it?
that
That
was
is a
Kim.
cool idea, Kim. This is our dog section. We have dog ornaments and a little tree with dog ornaments on it. And just a little section for people because people bring their dogs in. Do you have anything with a guitar? We have a guitar ornament. I'll hunt it down and show it to you. Dog mugs, dog matches, and these are cute little charms for dogs that say, like, you know, to go on their dog collars. Dog hair don't care, beach dog, adventure dog, watchdog, squirrel patrol, bum sniffer, and I give free kisses, adopted and adored. Those sell really well.
And then these kids.
Okay, so this is our area that's inspired by my trip to France. So all of these are Marie Antoinette kits. So you buy the box, everything's in there, including the instructions, and you make these Marie Antoinette ornaments. They're glittered on the edge with felt on the back, and there's 6 different styles that all come in the box. So our customers love the kits. This is a decoupaged ornament that we did with a napkin and a 99-cent store beach ball. What else? We have little chandeliers and birds and Eiffel Towers. These Eiffel Towers I bought in an alleyway in a really sketchy part of France. And then I got them home in my suitcase and I painted them and glittered them. But it was kind of scary getting them. I bought all that the guy had. And then we sell all these little sparkly things, and these are decoupaged deer and some tiaras. Over here are some plaid scarves and little handmade ornaments that Melissa made with a little truck. We do lots of little truck things because that's our logo. Some fun jewelry, Christmas truck ribbon, Christmas trees, all kinds of goodies. And then we try and show how you use the product. So there's the ribbon with the pine cones. Okay, and then this is our IOD/DIY room. So all of our stamps and molds are in here. Here are all the molds. And now you can order them on our website. If you go to DIYpaint.co, we've got them all online. The chain. You mean the rope chain? Let's go back there real quick. I'm
Yes,
trying not
the
to make
rope
you
chain.
dizzy. So this chain is made out of rope, and I suppose you could easily make it yourself, but we also do sell it. So that's our display, but we sell strands of it here. But that would be an easy DIY. See how it's connected? So you would just go to the hardware store and get rope and then wrap smaller rope around it. And it's really fun. Really cute for a nautical tree or even just a garland like that. Yeah, I love it too. I think it's genius. Okay. So back to the IOD molds. These are all the molds. We have all of the new ones, the butterflies and the birds and the wings and the flowers, and there's roses. Here are the roses and all the trim pieces. I have not had time to even get my hands on all the new molds. There's so many videos I want to make. Here's all the inks. They just came out with a bunch of colors. They have knobs.
To put in the clay?
To put in the stamps. So I'm going to show the stamps in just a second. Here's the clay. We only have 2 left. I have more on order. Here are all the transfers. So someone was asking about the transfers. They come in tubes like this, and you rub them onto furniture. And here's an example of how, like, this is our kitchen, and this used to be the kitchen cabinets in the house. So we, Stephanie blended all the colors, and then we rubbed some transfers onto the front of the cabinets. And then we have the transfers right there. What was the question? Someone was asking about
The flower on the
The-
front door, which transfer that
the
was?
yellow,
The big flower.
the big yellow
So
flowers.
That's the Wildflower Botanicals. Or
What?
This is the Botanist Journal, but the one
So-
that's on the door, I believe, is the Wildflower Botanicals.
So Wildflower Botanical is the one that you're probably thinking of, but also
The
Botanist Journal has a big sunflower. Those Botanist Journal and Midnight Garden, those sell really fast. And in this, okay, so here's where the secret behind the scenes tour comes in handy. You guys have to keep this a secret, but there's a bunch of new transfers that came in that we can't even put out on our sales floor yet because IOD is not officially letting anyone sell them until next week. But I can maybe just like show you a quick little glance because it is a private group. Yeah, so here's all the stamps. We have all the stamps, and then we actually stamped our wall. So we put joint compound on the wall, and then we stamped the stamps into it. Actually, when I say we, I mean Stephanie did it. But you can see, can you see the wall back there? We put the kindest regards stamp in, and then we worked in our decrepit dust because it's much better when you're doing something on white to use decrepit dust instead of the dark wax, because I wanted the wall to stay white, but I wanted the dark to be in all the little low spots. And then you've probably all seen this. This is our dress form. And we don't sell the dress form. It's just here to show off what the molds can do. So Stephanie made this. You can see where she stamped into the clay and then added a bunch of molds. The back of it is really cool. Look at how the back looks. Isn't that awesome? Here's a close-up. So all of that beading right there is from the mold. It's, which mold is that? I think it's Classic Elements. That's the mold that has that beading. And then the Swags, this mold, is the bottom of it. But you can literally, like, people ask me all the time, which molds did you use for this and that? You can make any mold work. Like, you can twist them and cut them and divide them, and just, it's clay. So you can kind of manipulate it to do what you want, no matter what mold you have.
Here's the guitar ornament.
Oh yeah, here's our guitar ornament. So we sell a bunch of little wood pieces, and people can DIY their own ornaments. And this is the samples of all the ornaments we sell. We got pigs, we've got trailers, we have ships, and the guitar. And then these are all of our DIY brushes, which are amazing. If you have not tried them, they're all synthetic. The guitar is so cute. And over here is all of our DIY paint. So our new colors are all on this shelf. We have Jamie Ray's stencil brushes, which are awesome and make stenciling like a whole new world. And then here is paint. Goes all the way up. Are those different than Paint Pixie brushes? Yes, Paint Pixie brushes are natural bristle brushes. All of DIY brushes are the synthetic. So if you want more texture in your paint, the natural bristles are great for that. The stencil brushes are natural bristle, which are fine for stenciling because you're pouncing up and down. But if you want a really smooth finish, these are the synthetic bristles, and they give you a much smoother finish. So DIY brushes are made by the same Italian manufacturer, the same beautiful quality, but all of the bristles are synthetic, and Paint Pixie brushes are natural. So I see Dion and Jamie using Paint Pixie brushes. What was that question? Which do you recommend for Christmas themes. The questions are going by too fast, Danielle. Can you read them to
so
me?
Sherry said, so I see Dion and Jamie using Paint Pixie brushes. I bought your brushes. So glad you clarified this. So they're the same.
Yeah.
And then Empress Noel, which red do you recommend for Christmas themes? I haven't used any of your reds yet.
Okay, so this is Marquee. Marquee is a deeper red. And then we have Carnival red. And these little circles are actually painted with the red. So I don't know if you can tell. Carnival is a bright red. And Marquee is a deep red. We don't have a barn type red, but you could add a little brown if you want. The thing to keep in mind about red is that our paint dries really chalky, so the color changes dramatically once you put a wax or a top coat over it. So a lot of times people will put on, especially Carnival red, they'll put it on and it will look pink until you put the top coat on. My favorite color combination for Christmas right now is Salty Kiss and one of the reds. It's Salty Kiss is our emerald green, but it has like such a fun, funky Christmas vibe to it. Or Monet's Gardens is also a really good green. It's a beautiful blue undertone green.
Okay,
and
Kim
then
wants
here's-
to know the extra big brush that she's seen you and Dion use. Is that for wax or
The extra big brush.
probably the
This
short
one?
or the short?
This is our
one?
waxing brush. It's great for waxing. And then we're coming out with buffing brushes. I used that in the last video. The long ones, do we have any of those or did we sell all those?
They're in a
Okay.
pan on the counter.
They're on the front counter? Oh, here they are.
No, they're in a pan on
Oh,
the counter.
okay, so these are Paint Pixie brushes. So they have the natural bristles, but they're good for getting into all the crevices when you're trying to buff a piece of furniture with wax. So we have two of these, but DIY, they're making a DIY version. So it will be just like this, but with the natural, with the synthetic bristles. And these are great. Like they speed up your buffing time.
Okay, and then Rosalinda wants to know the paint sample kits that she sees on the shelf.
The paint sample kits are something we only sell in the store. We just made some. We actually hand poured those ourselves as a test to see if people like them and to see if it's something that we can offer in the future. So we have their little half-ounce jars of paint. So they're good for like small projects, Christmas ornaments or details. And we sell them in here, the little half-ounce. So you get 2 ounces for $14. So you're not really saving money with them because you can get 8 ounces in a sample jar for the same price. So this is an 8-ounce jar where you're only getting 2 ounces right here. Costs the same, but it's the cost involved to pour all the different colors. Yeah, they're fun. We just don't know if they'll be cost effective, so we're testing them out here before we put them.
Patty Levine, just confirming that you said you would ship the IOD products?
We have IOD products on our website, yes. So you can go and order those. You can order the paint, you can order the brushes, all the other random type things would be harder for us to ship, but
And
maybe.
then Sherry Caranosis, is there somewhere that kind of tells you what brush does what? One brush is not quite round and has a number 12 on it.
I can go through that with you, Sherry. So this brush we call the Insider. So it's good for details. So like, say I was painting this right here. It's good for getting up and under things and in between things. This brush is our blending brush. So this is good for big wide surfaces and for blending colors. That's our blending brush.
Waxing.
This is the waxing brush, which is called the Relaxed Fit, and it's for waxing. It's really dense. The bristles don't flop around, so you can get a really good grip on it and really work the wax down into all the crevices. And then this brush here is the well-rounded brush, so it's kind of like your all-purpose brush. It will get into tight corners, like see that. It will get in there, but it will also cover big, wide, flat spaces. So I would say if you want to just start with one brush, this would be the starter. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, and so then this room is our, this was inspired by something I saw in France. And this is all vintage dishes and kitchen type of items and some DIY. So we have all kinds of, the way I like to do my own table settings is a mishmash of a bunch of vintage different things. So whenever I see a plate or a bowl, I just buy it and I kind of display them mismatched. So we have, everything is sold individually, so you can buy one plate or one cup. Melissa did this cute display with the teacups on the tree. And we have a lot of just fun little onesie-twosie dishes and some beautiful sets of, it's all vintage stuff that I find at flea markets and estate sales. I love this. This is Spode. Isn't that gorgeous? I found these fun little cups when I was with Jamie Ray at her thrift store. So we have a lot of dishes. We have more back there on the shelf. And then we have dish towels. So this is kind of like the kitchen room. I know, isn't that a gorgeous plate? The bowls too. I have the whole set of those. So those are our dish towels. And then we have some DIY. I had a spam call. Wanted to share that the paint I used on my grandson's hair for Halloween came out with no issues. The Vaseline I mixed in the paint was a little more, I didn't read that last part. That's
Of an
awesome.
issue.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. If you guys watched the live this morning, we do a live every Friday at 10:30 for just the, not for members, but for anyone. Stephanie made really cool ornaments with these cookie cutters. So I'm going to show you those outside, but we rolled out the clay and then we put the IOD stamps into them. These are some fun wreaths that you can DIY. All of these are blank pillow covers that you can stamp or stencil. We have a lot of do-it-yourself stuff because this is DIY headquarters. These are all of our unpainted signs. Those are placemats. Here's more of that Spode. So pretty. And a little like gravy boat. Table runners, pillows. Stephanie took an old globe and she put joy to the world. It does come out of everything. I love it. I love the purple too. This is an IOD transfer. More candles. There is a wreath that I made last year. And now I'm going to take you into the secret part of the store. Well, there's two secret parts. Some of them aren't pretty. Are you guys ready for the unpretty? This is our like break room. So we have this little screen door. And this is where we have our fridge. I made this fridge in a video. And we have all of our, like this room tends to be the room where we shove a bunch of stuff that we don't know where to put. The store is only 720 square feet, so we don't have a lot of extra storage. There's a closet where we keep a lot of equipment, and all the color charts are up there. But this is supposed to be a nice, pretty break room where you can sit down and have a cup of coffee. We got our Keurig buried back there, and all of our snacks are in there. You can watch the replay, Grambo. We're not done yet anyway. Okay, so that's our break room. Now we're going into our craft supply closet.
And I think you'll appreciate the
Oh yeah, look at the cute paintbrush handle that Melissa did. I know, break rooms are always like, we always have the best intentions for the break rooms. So this is where we keep all of our supplies, like all of the molds that we use for our projects, and the glue and the glitter and the stamps and all of our...
Got a bunch of new shipments.
I know it is neater, and I'm always on them. Like I run a tight ship. Like I want things to be organized and pretty. There's our printer. These are all just random supplies for projects. And I don't know if you guys remember this video that I did. I made the letters to look like cake out of styrofoam. That's an old video. But in this box right here are the new IOD transfers. And we're not supposed to show them to you because they're not publicly released until next week. But most of the retailers have them. I don't know. We have 3 boxes full. So these will be uploaded to the website. Oh.
That's about all
Yeah.
we can do.
Maybe one more? Just one more? Okay, don't tell anybody, but there are a bunch of new transfers coming out and they are so good and I cannot wait to use them. Here's more mess. So you can see these are all of our supplies that we use.
Show.
Oh, you'll have to go back and watch it, Susie.
And then pause it if you want to take a
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, pause the video if you want to see the longer. This is our maker's room. So this is where people sit down and make jewelry. Here's all of our unfinished Christmas ornaments that you can paint, like the little guitars. And all of these are kits. So this was a video, how to make a seashell necklace. And I had a video on how to make the book pendant necklace. And we sell little kits so that you can just buy everything, including there's a little thing that you can scan to watch the video. But we're big on the kits. And we have a kit for the candle. We have a kit for the sea urchin Christmas ornaments. We have all kinds of really fun ribbon. Look at all that ribbon.
These are cool.
Isn't that fun? Aren't those cute? The butterflies. And we just have all kinds of like little creative doodads to make jewelry and ornaments. There's seashells. This is like a
Where do you get
stitched.
the unfinished ornaments? Connie is asking.
The unfinished ornaments, it's a wholesale company. I think it's called Darice. So you have to have a business license and order in bulk, but that's where I get them. And then this is all the colored sand that we have for our terrariums. We do air plants and succulents. I made that lamp in a video a couple years ago. We have lots of jewelry. There's my mannequin legs. She's all excited, so excited that she's jumping through the walls. We have more stamps and glass glitter. This is the mermaid tiara kit that we're currently sold out of.
Sherry, do you have after-hour parties to get all this done? This is amazing. I live by the beach and have so many sand dollars, just trying to figure out what to do with them.
We do events here in the store. They're usually not after hours because just for logistics, like we don't have the lighting outside and the way to keep people warm outside and not enough room in the store. So most of our events are during the day. The next event we have is November 30th. So that's our Christmas open house, and you can come and do the gift wrap bar that I talked about at the beginning of this video. And you can also do the ornaments that I'm going to show you in a minute. But we have lots of events, but most of them are during the day. So another Christmas tree. And then you can come in on any given day and sit down and do a project and just buy the supplies, and we're here to help. So all these projects can just be done, but they're mostly daytime. This is our front counter. Oh yeah, there's lots of good videos. Like if you guys go to my homepage and you hit the video tab, I have over 200 videos. I've been doing this for 7 years. There's Melissa.
Hi.
So it says, Melissa painted that sign for us so people know where to pay. And it says, shell it out here. Isn't that cute? She cuts out all the things from wood. And then our hashtag goes up there. And then this is our jewelry bar. So we have all kinds of necklace chains and beaded chains and blank bracelets. And then there's tons and tons of beads and charms and fun pieces. So you can sit down on the spot and make a piece of jewelry. We have all the tools. We have the jump rings. Just buy what you need. And this goes back to creating an experience for your customer. So this is how we set ourselves apart from the big box craft stores, is that you can buy one charm at a time, and we are happy to help you and give you the tools so that you can experiment and play and come in with your friends and make stuff. We have a bunch of license plate things you can make signs from. And then we have finished jewelry for those who are like, no, I don't want to make any jewelry. I just want a pretty piece of jewelry. And then here are fake succulents. Okay, I'm going to take you outside. This is where we film most of our live videos. There's Julie. What are you working on, Julie?
I'm getting ready for my project that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a transfer. So I just got this all painted up, ready to go, so I can do a transfer on our live today at 3.
Oh yeah. So Julie and Stephanie and Melissa go live every Friday at 3 o'clock. And Stephanie and Melissa go live every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. This is our outdoor classroom when we do have big events. This is where everybody comes. We have all these tables and everyone comes. You can have a seat and take a class. That's our stage up there where we demonstrate and do our paint demos. We usually go live from here. And there's like our sink and our massive color chart so people can see all the colors in real life. Stephanie and Melissa painted that together. And then if you remember those cookie cutters I showed you, these are what we did. Stephanie, you wanna tell them how you did it?
I rolled out some of the air dry paper clay from Iron Orchid Designs, and then I took the Iron Orchid Design stamps, mostly the Bohemian stamp, although I did use like a double-sided, so that's the Kindest Regards. I think that's still Bohemia, but anyways, and then I stamped into the clay, and then I put my cookie cutters in to spell out the word Noel, and I used the end of a paintbrush to give myself the little holes in the letters so that I can hang it as like an ornament from a tree perhaps, or maybe do some sort of garland with it. I don't know.
Yeah. So at 3 o'clock, Stephanie and Melissa are going to go live, and Stephanie is going to finish these ornaments. So she's going to paint them
On
and
Facebook
use the
or
ink
YouTube?
on Facebook.
Debbie's Design Diary.
So yeah, if you're not following us, Debbie's Design Diary on Facebook, they're going live at 3 o'clock, finishing these. And on the 30th, you can come in and make an ornament in the letter of your choice. We have every letter of the alphabet, so you can come in and make your initial at our ornament bar, and then we have our gift wrap bar
And I
too.
believe you can make one for free, but if you want to spell out a word, there'll just be an additional cost for every other letter.
Yeah, but it's a fun way to use the clay and the stamps.
Definitely. If you
Yeah.
haven't used it yet, definitely try to make it into not only our store, but I believe some of the paint retailers all over
Yes.
the country will be doing the same thing.
Yes, so if you don't live near San Diego, you can go to DIYpaint.co and click the calendar button. And several of our retailers are also offering a gift wrap bar and an ornament bar, and they teach classes, and you can find somebody near you and go have an experience with them, because we're constantly trying to create experiences for you no matter where you are. This is what I did this morning in the live. I did the butterfly molds with the resin. And Danielle, will you unwrap that for me so I can? So I did the resin instead of the clay because the resin you can manipulate so it dries, but it doesn't dry all the way, so you can bend it and then hold it in place with some tape. So this instead of being flat like the ornament, I'm gonna attach them to the lamp and have a series of butterflies going up this lamp that I got at Home Goods last night for $24. But I need to paint them all first. So this is the butterfly molds. Maybe you'll unwrap those too as well, Danielle. So there's roses and there's leaves, and I'm gonna just kind of do a botanical swag going up the lamp with the resin. So if you're curious about using resin with the IOD molds,
So you taped them just to hold the shape?
yeah, because I wanted it to be more 3D instead of just flat against the lamp. So you can see all of that on the live that we posted this morning at 10:30. We go live every morning, or not every morning, every Friday morning at 10:30. So all of these are going to get painted and attached to this lamp.
Beautiful. And they're pretty
Yeah.
durable because they're resin.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I was thinking of maybe even having a few up on the shade, but I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Is Noelle just clay? You cut out the shape with the cookie cutters. Yes. So if you saw the cookie cutters that I showed a few minutes ago, Stephanie actually rolled out the dough like you would if you were actually making cookies, Christmas cookies. She stamped everything first, and then she pushed the cookie cutters in, and at 3 o'clock she's going to paint them and ink them with the IOD ink.
Okay.
So
everybody's loving this. Linda Evans is asking, if you're making molds for a chest in a baby's room, is the paper clay better to use, or would you recommend the epoxy type?
the paper clay is pretty strong. So like some of the other videos I did, the cake dresser and the seahorse, that last video I did with the birds and the branches, all of that is pretty durable. The only reason why I use resin, because resin is pretty toxic, I prefer to use the paper clay. But when you want to bend it and have it 3D like this, that's a reason for using resin. I also used resin in the mermaid, that mermaid project I did, the nightstand, where I used the mermaids as the actual drawer pulls, so I needed to bend those. Otherwise, I think the paper clay is pretty durable.
Everybody
This is
said
the
yes,
resin.
put butterflies on the shade, and please post pictures after you paint them.
I will. You know what? This project is actually going to be an edited video. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it into one of my proper edited videos so that you can see the whole beginning to end, and post that on my YouTube channel. If you have not heard the news, I have committed to going not live. I have committed to posting one edited video every Wednesday. So even if it's a total shit show, I'm posting a video every Wednesday. But I have, so the first video is the gift wrapping video with Stephanie and Melissa. So I have them helping me. Which mold did I use? For the butterflies? Is that what you're asking, Michelle? I used a couple molds. I used this one, heirloom roses, and the butterfly is nothing but butterflies. Let me go grab it. Did we put it away?
It's here in your bag. But I don't know the name of it.
I think it's just called butterflies. This is heirloom roses,
And dragonfly.
and then this is the butterfly one. And you can get all of this on our website, DIYpaint.co. Yes, so be kind to me, because the first couple tries, every Wednesday, they're probably not going to be as good as my normal videos, but I'm going to give it my best until I get into a groove. And I have some traveling coming up, so they may be simpler projects or faster projects, but
Part
I
one,
want
part
to,
two.
part 1, part 2. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm going to do my best. You bought those birds, roses, and butterflies right away, and they are a lot bigger than I thought. These molds are first of all, they're deep, and they have the little ridge on the side, so it's easy to release them from the mold. Yeah, they're thick. I would say that's like 3/4 of an inch thick. And you can also use them for food type products. Like I saw someone bake a pie and put the crust into the molds and create this beautiful pie crust top. If you're going to use them for food, you can use it for chocolate. If you're going to do that, just use them for food. Don't mix resin and food together. Oh, I'm glad you're
Is
excited.
Big top okay for a dining room table with kids?
Yes, Zeb and Jamie big top their table. So I think you may want to put a couple coats
Okay.
and let it really dry hard in between. Oh, that's awesome, Susie. Okay, so this is our stage where we film a lot of our live videos.
We have we have a few minutes left.
Okay, we got a few minutes left. Here's another table. This is our storage closet where we keep like Christmas stuff and toilet paper. Super exciting. This is our apron rack. I made this coat rack out of surf fins. This is like from year 1 of my YouTube channel, but it's still up if you want to go see how to do that. And yeah, are you guys ready for the live at 3 o'clock?
We'll be ready at 3.
Almost.
Yeah, we're not
Okay.
we'll be ready. We're on it.
All right, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and answer any, like, I can answer, like, how much time do we have, Danielle?
Well, it's 2:15. So you've got a few minutes if you want to answer a couple of questions that anybody has.
Let me see if I can find a place to set my phone.
Flip it around.
Yeah. Can you flip it? I don't know if it's gonna stand up. There we go.
Here, I'll just hold it.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. All right, so any questions before we sign off? Aren't those called surfboard? You mean the coat rack, Martha? They're the fins from the surfboard that we took off broken boards. We took the fins off and made a coat rack, and it's an old video from 5 or 6 years ago. Girl, you could never. I could never what, Susie? Let me know what you mean. I don't know what you mean.
Somebody said to put hot glue in the molds.
Yeah, Julie. Doesn't Julie do that? We should ask her about that. Julie puts hot glue in the molds. And that could be an interesting thing to do. I've never tried that. I would think that it would stick to the mold. Julie,
Yeah.
they're asking about putting hot glue in the molds.
Oh, that's great. You just put it in there. It dries like within minutes.
And it pops out easy?
It pops out easy, and it gets all of the details.
It's still moldable like the resin? that she-
Can you bend it?
No, you can't bend it. It dries, and it's exactly.
Ah.
I suppose you could maybe pop it out as it's drying because it dries really quick. But I bet you could maybe.
Is there a type of hot glue that you prefer over others?
No, I didn't
Just-
know there's any different hot.
There's like
glues.
high temperature and low temperature.
My gun's on high temp, so I just pop it in there and dries within minutes and pops right out. And they're really clean,
Oh, that's fine.
clean molds. They don't
like all
crack. So if you don't want any kind of texture or cracking, you
Okay.
just want a perfect mold.
So hot glue is something to try, you guys.
Yes.
Julie likes it. I'm curious. I'm gonna try it. How many are gonna try it? I want to know what that's like. That seems fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Anything else? Did I miss anything?
I'm scrolling. I don't see any questions. Did I
I'm-
miss anybody? I just
I'm-
want to say thanks for all the inspiration, and I love the way your shop flows.
Oh, thank
Michelle
you.
Stewart.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm curious how many of you are makers. So how many of you are not just makers, but you're out there selling what you make at shows or in a mall, in a booth, or if you have your own store? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious how many people are in my membership group who are actually in a creative business making and selling. Because if you are, that's my passion, and I would love to bring you more content specifically about that, maybe in a separate group, because I know not everybody in this group is interested in selling things. So 2020, my goal is to become a DIY retailer. That's awesome. Making and trying to sell. More content would be great. All good. Want to make and sell, I would love to learn. Okay. Just make for great grandkids, which is totally fun. I started off, like my first project was making my sister's Christmas ornaments when she got married, the first year of her marriage. Starting to sell. Recently, I've been thinking, okay, do you have any questions regarding selling your goods or running a retail store? Let me know. I'll go back and read the comments tonight when I get home. Whenever I get off a live, I have to get right back to work, but I do check the comments at the end of the day and try and answer as many as I can. We just uploaded the worksheets. So if you did not see the worksheets, the new worksheets went up on Wednesday. I know a lot of you have had questions about how to order the workbook, or if you have trouble downloading the worksheets, or how do you know when we're going to be going live. I have a really fun announcement, and that is that I hired someone to send out emails for me. So we have everyone in our group, we have their email in a list. We only have your email if you've actually downloaded a worksheet, because YouTube won't share your email with us. So if you want to be on our specific members only email list and you have never downloaded any worksheets before, you're going to need to go to the link and put your email address in, and that way we will capture your email and we will send you once a month an update, or an update when we're going live, or the latest worksheets for the month, so that our communication is more direct with you, because YouTube doesn't give us a lot of options. So that will be happening in the next couple of weeks, because we haven't been able to answer all of your emails individually. So hopefully this will help answer your questions. Right now I'm primarily selling vintage items online, but looking to expand making and selling. That's awesome, Bernice. Selling online is a great way to go. You can reach a lot more people that way. It's harder in person because you leave it up to chance, right? Worksheets list at the bottom of the page. I didn't read that last question.
Our regular live will be as scheduled at the end of the month on a Sunday.
Okay.
November 24th.
November 24th is the next regular live. This was a special live because I missed one because we went to France.
And then if there's any specific things you guys want to cover, let us know so
Yeah.
we can plan.
Yeah, anything you want us to cover in the next live, put it in the comments. I think there was a few
5:36
questions that
o'clock.
went by that I didn't get to. If you ask a question during the actual live, YouTube doesn't allow me to go back afterwards and answer your question. So if you asked a question and I did not answer it, wait for us to actually post for the video to end, and then go down into the comments and ask the question again. I did, as my boyfriend consignment store, but it's boating products, boat oars, blankets, ladders, boat. What was that question, Danielle? It just disappeared.
Boat oars, blankets, ladders, and boat shaws. Your buoy lights, but they haven't sold yet. That's like a comment.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, and then any other, just pose questions that
Yeah.
we missed.
So if I missed your question, wait for the video to finish and then put it in the comments, not in the live feed, but below the video like you would on a normal video, and then I'll be able to reply. But YouTube doesn't let you reply to live comments after the video's done being live. So yeah, so that is it. Thank you, Angela. We're stoked that you're all watching. I'm excited. I'm excited to share more insider tips with you. So I hope you got some value out of this. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments, not in the live feed, and I will get to them. I would love my fiance and I to open our own store. Yes, it's fun to have a store. I would say if you're gonna open a retail store, like a brick and mortar place, also build your online business. In this day and age, you really have to have an online presence to support your brick and mortar store. All the traditional ways of advertising have they're not relevant anymore unless you can afford maybe a TV commercial. But the successful online or the successful brick and mortar stores that I see thriving are the ones that also have a very strong social media platform. So even if you haven't opened a store or a booth yet, or if you sell at shows, keep building your online platform. We all start from zero. I started with 0 subscribers on YouTube, and that is the best investment that you you make for your business is to post your projects and gain a following. Like Zeb and Jamie just opened their first retail store, and it's going gangbusters because they've been doing social media for a long time and they've built that foundation. So think of social media as the foundation to your business to bring customers in. It's the most powerful tool and advice that I can give you. All right, I will end it there. And I would think so, Michelle. Facebook Marketplace gets a lot of traction. YouTube is way more powerful than Facebook, though, definitely. But start somewhere. Make a bad video, yeah. Okay, well, we'll see what next Wednesday is like. All right, you guys have a good day. Bye. Share.
Okay.
Oh, I want. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I do this.